The ball hangs frozen in the humid Seoul air, Emma Raducanu's serve slicing toward the line at match point, her third of the night. Victory whispers sweet, the crowd's breath held like a collective heartbeat. Then, crack, Barbara Krejcikova's return rockets back, a venomous forehand that clips the baseline, shattering the silence with a gasp that echoes through the Olympic Tennis Center. From 5-3 up in the second, tiebreak dominance at 5-2, Raducanu's grip slips like sand through fingers, the Czech warrior clawing from the abyss to steal the set 7-6, then devour the third 6-1. How does a US Open queen unravel on the brink, ghosts of 2021 glory mocking her every miss? What fire ignites in Krejcikova's eyes to turn certain defeat into a 4-6, 7-6, 10, 6-1 epic? Dive deep into this heart-pounding Korea Open thriller where dreams die in double faults and comebacks defy the scoreboard. If tennis heartbreaks hit you hard, hit subscribe now and lock in with Tennis Insider for the raw, unfiltered drama straight from the baseline. Emma Raducanu stepped onto the hard courts of the Korea Open not as the wide-eyed teen who stunned New York in 2021, but as a 22-year-old forged in the fires of comeback scars, surgeries, slumps, and that relentless hunger to reclaim her throne. Skipping Great Britain's Billie Jean King Cup ties for this WTA 500 gamble, she arrived ranked 32nd, defending quarterfinal points from last year's run, her 26-18 record a testament to a season of gritty rebuilds. The opener against Jacqueline Christian had been a sweat-soaked slog, rain delays testing her resolve, but Raducanu's ground strokes, those flat, piercing weapons, carved out a 6-3, 6-4 win, her 147 aces for the year flashing like beacons of regained power. Now, facing Krejcikova in the round of 16, the air crackled with first-time fire. No head-to-head history, just two warriors with Grand Slam crowns, Raducanu's Flushing Meadows fairy tale against Krejcikova's Roland Garros poetry and Wimbledon grit. The Czech, world number 39, battled injury shadows all 2025, her serve a mix of slices and bombs, but her net game a predator's lure. From the first ball, Raducanu imposed her rhythm, absorbing Krejcikova's early break with a counterpunch that leveled the opener. She broke back at 4-4, Krejcikova's 10th double fault of the match, a nervous tick under pressure, handing the Brit the set 6-4 after 54 minutes of baseline brutality. Raducanu's eyes burned with focus, her footwork a silent vow, this was her stage, her redemption arc scripted in sweat. Yet, as the second set dawned, the humidity clung like doubt, Krejcikova's errors mounting like storm clouds, shanked forehands, wayward volleys that gifted Raducanu 4 straight games and a 4-1 lead. The crowd, a mosaic of flags and flashes, sensed the kill. Raducanu served to stay alive at 3-5 in her mind's eye, but here she was, 5-3 up, match point on her racket. The weight of rankings, the skipped cup, the ghosts of unfinished seasons. It all converged in that one point, a crossroads where triumph or torment awaited. The second set twisted into legend, a 22-point tiebreak that stretched eternity under the floodlights, Raducanu's lead evaporating like mist at dawn. Serving for the match at 5-3, she unleashed a first serve that kissed the line, but Krejcikova, eyes like sharpened steel, lasered a backhand return winner, the ball skidding low and lethal, saving the first match point with a roar that shook the stands. Raducanu's face flickered, shock, then steel, as she held, but the momentum's tide had turned, Krejcikova leveling at 5-5 with a volley that kissed the net cord and dropped dead. The tiebreak erupted, Raducanu bolted to 5-2, her forehand a whip-cracking winners, 2 more match points on Krejcikova's serve, one a double fault teeter on the edge, the other a net rush foiled by a lob that floated like fate's cruel joke. But the Czech, fresh from saving 8 at the US Open against Townsend, channeled that same sorcery, a forehand rip at full stretch, an ace that hummed defiance, and suddenly it was 6-5, then 7-6, Krejcikova's mini-break a dagger to the heart. The arena pulsed with tension, every point a chess move in a game of inches, Raducanu's slices skimming lines, Krejcikova's drops luring errors. At 9-9, the world held its breath, Raducanu's backhand clipped the tape, but Krejcikova's reflex volley screamed back, forcing set point. Raducanu saved 1, 2, then on the third, a forehand long under pressure, the set slipped away 7-6, 10, nearly 3 hours in, both women drenched, chests heaving like warriors post-battle. Krejcikova pumped her fist, her 10th double fault forgotten in revival's rush. Raducanu slumped, racket tapping thigh, the what-ifs already whispering. This wasn't just a set lost. It was a symphony of squandered supremacy. Krejcikova's 93% first serve points in clutch moments, a masterclass in mental armor. Raducanu's second serve, a mere 27% lifeline, betrayed her in the frenzy, errors creeping like shadows. The decider loomed, a third-set guillotine, where fatigue would feast on the fallen. The third set unfolded like a requiem, Krejcikova's resurgence a storm that swallowed Raducanu whole. From the baseline, the Czech's game sharpened to a blade, forehands firing cross-court lasers, serves landing like precision strikes, her net approaches volleys that whispered death. Raducanu, legs leaden from the marathon, fought valiantly, saving 2 break points in the third game with aces that echoed her season's fire, but the tank emptied fast. At 2-2, a forehand unforced, her 20th of the night, gifted the break, Krejcikova pouncing with a backhand down the line that painted the line white-hot. From there, it was annihilation. 5 straight games for the 6-1 close, the match clock ticking 2 hours 52 minutes of unyielding war. Krejcikova dropped to her knees at match point, a guttural scream releasing the pent-up fury, her path clear to face Iga Swiatek in quarters, a rematch laced with finals history. Raducanu, towel overhead, walked off stone-faced, the sting of those 3 spurned points burning deeper than the humid night. Defending 48 points from 2024's quarters, she drops them all, her ranking teetering at number 32, players like Krejcikova poised to leapfrog. Yet in defeat's debris, flickers of promise, her fight from set 1's breakdown, those 65% first serve points won all year, the grit that turned potential routes into epics. Back home, Bolter and Cardle propelled GB to BJK Cup semis, a bittersweet echo of Raducanu's snubbed call-up. This loss? A scar, not a sentence, fuel for Beijing's hard courts ahead, where redemption waits in the rally's roar. Krejcikova, 2-time slam queen, proves her mettle anew, her comeback a reminder, tennis devours the hesitant, crowns the relentless. In the raw afterglow of courts that claim souls like souls did tonight, tune into Tennis Insider, the heartbeat of tennis, where every miss and miracle gets its due. Raducanu's Korea collapse isn't the end, it's the spark in a saga of a prodigy rising from her own ashes, Krejcikova's triumph a chapter in her endless reinvention. Will Emma channel this heartbreak into a fall surge, or does it haunt her chase for that elusive top 20 perch? One blistering rally at a time, the answer unfolds. If this showdown left you breathless, smash like, drop your take on those match points in comments, and subscribe to Tennis Insider for the breakdowns that bite. The tour turns, stay courtside.